found love pain. I can't get enough pain. I like it rough, cause I'd rather feel pain than nothing at all.
Look. Look, there she is. There she is. Muffin! Okay. This is an exercise update. People who've been following me know that I've received the Galaxy S4, the new Galaxy, and I'm loving my phone for various reasons. One of the first things that I did when I got my phone is I found the app it's built in. It's called S Health, and it's gonna have like various features come up and everything. And it's gonna have various features implemented into it and updates and stuff. But one of the first things that I did is I found that I can put on my main screen this little widget that basically what it does, and I touch something, it counts my steps through the day. And in the beginning I didn't really pay too much attention, but I automatically put it there. And later on I started paying attention. I realized that I'm in really bad condition. I used to count steps way back in the day, and I knew that if you do 10,000 steps a day, that's a substitute, and you don't have to add aerobics, some kind of form of aerobics throughout the day. So I'm familiar with all that stuff. I used to be very active before the Fibro. I really used to enjoy sport. The feeling that it gives you, the satisfaction that it gives you, the way my body was stronger. And since the Fibro really kicked in, before I knew it was Fibro, I didn't really practice sports. I didn't really exercise anymore. And this comes from somebody who could do 10 kilometers a day and swim and did all that stuff and go to the gym. And even when I took little breaks because you don't feel like doing any exercise, right? Laziness. Within 2 to 3 months, it would kickstart again automatically because I would just crave it. So, you know, and it's been 3 years now since that kicked in, and I started coming to realization that okay, that's just, it used to be part of my life, it's no longer part of my life. Today, for the first time in since that 3-year mark, I craved exercising today. I was in the car, and all of a sudden I got this wave of I feel like moving, and it was very weird because I haven't had it for 3 years, but I knew exactly what it was. And I think it has to do with the walking, because in the past month I've been setting my goal. When I first set up the widget for counting steps, it was 10,000 steps, again because I know all that. And then I went, that's not realistic, and I put it down to 5,000. It was my goal, and I didn't meet it. And then I decided, okay, I'm going to start walking. I'm going to start building myself up. And then I started doing every now and then walking and adding more steps. And then about 3 weeks ago, I decided, okay, taking this seriously now, I'm going to aim to have on average a daily average of 5,000 steps, and try to hit the 5,000 steps every day, and that's going to keep me active. And when I'm going to school or something like that, maybe doing some errands, I'll probably reach 5,000 steps all by itself. But like on a day that I don't feel when I'm at home, I'll do the I have to really try to do the 5,000 steps. What's really great about it is it really doesn't matter where you do it, how intense you do it. You just do it. So I hit the 5,000 steps. I do here a few more steps and here a few more steps. And I've actually done this several times. I walk down my street. I have to do like, I don't know, 400 steps more. And I don't, I don't give myself free passes. I have to do 400 steps. So I walk 200 steps in one direction, and then I turn around, turn around in the street and walk back. And you would think that, okay, but you don't feel well. How are you going walking? Because I mentioned this usually happens days that I don't feel well. And the fact is, I go walking mostly when it's dark already, when the weather is, when the heat is, it's not so hot. And I actually find that the nice breeze and the walking, I think it actually makes me feel better. And I'm really happy about that. And I don't think that I'm going to set my goal at 10,000 steps. I think that I'm going to eventually increase. I'm really hoping to get an average of a month now that I do 5,000 steps every day. And then I think I'm creeping it up to 500. Does that make sense? Yes. And I think my end goal would be 7,000 steps a day on an average, and which seems possible because it's just like it's like 2,000 steps more than my current goal, so that looks like it would be doable. And also I want to start swimming, and all of a sudden I've been talking about this for months, and I've been thinking about this for months. Go swimming, go swimming, go swimming, go swimming, go swimming. And I'll be perfectly fine with actually going to the country club, being in my bathing suit and being in the water. And if I am in the water, I'll probably try to do at least 10 to 20 laps. We'll see how I feel. And as far as I'm concerned, 2 to 3 times a week will be great. But all of a sudden it looks like something realistic because I'm getting that crave. I'm building up that crave again for exercising, which is phenomenal for me. And I feel that that's the way of doing dealing with the fibro. Because a person who doesn't feel well and is like, has the flu and sits at home and whatever, and then after the flu, it just takes him a few days of sleeping properly and getting back energy when he gets back into the groove of going to work and stuff. With fibro, you can't do that because your body doesn't recover as well, and your body takes... let's say you do 0 steps one day, and then the next day you have errands, and maybe you have to do something, family activity, or you have to take care of kids or something like that, and the intensity of your what's the word I'm looking for, activity that day is the equivalent of 10,000 steps. That is horrific for somebody with fibro, because everybody knows this. If you're a fibromate, your body does not recover. So you can't do that. And when you do 5,000 steps, you're building up a certain level of activity in your body again. You're making it so the leap from 1,000 steps to 5,000 steps is huge. So I wouldn't recommend, if you haven't been moving, don't start with 5,000 steps. But if all of a sudden you have one day that you do the activity of 10,000 steps, you won't feel as shitty, cruddy, crippled, etc. So I find that this little app is like, I'm grateful for having this, because I wouldn't be doing this otherwise. I wouldn't be getting to the point where I'm literally considering going swimming, and because I know that for me it's such an emotional and psychological barrier, that's going to take a lot of energy out of me. I really don't want to be too hyper about it, because I'm still doing my tests and I want to invest, I'm not really, but put my energy in that. And I think that I'm going to end up starting swimming, and once I start swimming and make it a routine thing, it wouldn't be an issue anymore. But it's like phenomenal. I feel like I might getting a certain section back of my life, and I'll never be as intense, and I think that I'll be very careful about building up the intensity, because I think that might have been what triggered the fatigue syndrome. But definitely build up some kind of exercise routine, because for people with fibro, that's really important, because that exercise translate into ability to deal with just normal levels of human beings of activity. That was a really messed up, mangled up sentence. I hope that was kind of clear. So yeah, that's it. I hope you have a nice day. Bye bye.